It's time for the Mohney Show. High atop the third story of the historic Gibson House overlooking beautiful downtown Centralia. The star of the show, Steve Mohney.
Yes. And welcome to the pre-Thanksgiving edition of the Mohney Show. Paul is actually on assignment this time.
I didn't see him in the office this
He's
morning,
not here.
So
Brittany's with me, and we're going to talk about all kinds of different things because there's a lot coming up. This is kind of a lull. We're 2 weeks out as we record this from Thanksgiving. Two weeks and like 2 days.
Yep.
And Thanksgiving is nearing, and then of course after that it's all over.
Yeah. 2 weeks from now we're in Thanksgiving week, and I'm already nosediving productivity wise.
How about are you thinking about Christmas shopping?
Yes, actually, I did a whole. I get on Amazon and I earmark all the things I think I might get for my kids,
right?
So I can start budgeting.
Yeah, but you've got to. I mean, you don't buy them anything unless it's like train stuff, right?
So for Christmas as a family, we try really hard to do the something they need, something to read, something to do. Like
I like that.
Yeah, so we try to get them a book that's relevant to what they like. Something they need. I probably will get them more jeans.
Yeah. How about jackets or anything like that?
My kids are the typical won't wear a jacket kids.
Yeah.
My kids actually would both prefer to wear two zip-up hoodies than wear a coat.
Well, you guys live out in the country too, so they're out getting muddy and doing their thing.
And we're practical people. I mean, you just put on another hoodie.
yeah, that one's wet. Throw out the dirty clothes and get another one. How about Bryson? What are you getting him for?
Oh, well, I might get
That's
him.
practical.
It is. And I tell you, I might get him a really fancy portable playpen.
Like the kind that you set up and then you pull the middle out and it just folds up.
It's an octagon shape and it pulls up and folds into a backpack.
Whoa, really small.
And so coming to a Mohney show near you.
It's right there. He's I see. Yeah, you can barely see the handle on the stroller there.
He's sleeping away.
Pull him over a little bit. See, I think it's fantastic. This is really a family operation here at the Mohney Show, and of course with the Eli Sports Network and Mohney FM as well, because Brittany's able to bring Bryson in, and he sleeps through the show, and I think that's really important because a lot of new moms might not have a way to stay with their kids. I mean, and I'm not saying anything about daycare, but it's always nice. Puts you in a better frame of mind, I know, when you can, be with your children. That drove me nuts. When my kids were little, I mean, we had to take them to daycare, and I would get to work, and I would just be beside myself for the next hour.
Yeah, and also daycare is expensive.
It's very expensive.
Also, if you can't commit to full-time childcare, there are almost no options unless you have a private sitter or something like that.
Like maybe a grandma or...
Yeah, or even, I mean, we have a sitter in town that we pay hourly when we need to as well. But I mean, if we didn't have Callie, I don't know what we would do without
That's
family.
Usually the way it is. Yeah, no, we're really off topic. But I mean, it families, and like yesterday, I mean, it was Veterans Day, so the kids are out of school. So you're home.
I'm home. I'm fortunate my husband has a job that he also has paid holidays now. That wasn't always the case for us.
Yep.
So, and hey, motherhood it's economics, man.
It is.
Like it's wider society.
There's also you miss a lot of stuff when you're away at work.
Yeah.
So if you can somehow, I mean, because you work from home too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
For the most part, I have an office, but with the kid, it's easier to be home. With my first two, I was traditionally employed and was lucky to be able to take them to work with me for the first 6 to 8 months. At the state level, I think you can take kids with you to work for up to a year.
Well, that's pretty good.
As a working mom for the state. So, there's things coming around that didn't exist even a decade ago.
Oh, yeah.
I was working from home with kids, a remote schedule pre-COVID, before that was really a thing. And now it's a lot more common than it used to be.
Well, like if you're going to, take a day or two off, if your wife's having, a baby, and I think it's a lot more acceptable these days. What do you mean you're going to take a couple of days off? We're having the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have to stay here.
Yeah. No, my husband took 5 weeks off.
I know.
So, and that
Now,
was...
and you know what? He didn't take 5 weeks off and sit around and play video games and do nothing. I mean, I gotta hand it to Skylar, man. He's the example.
He made breakfast every morning.
I know he did.
Every morning.
But he not only did that, but he took care of the kids. He did his best to take care of a brand new baby.
Yep.
Hats
He's
off.
pretty good.
By the way, yeah, you made everybody else look like hell.
Sorry. Hey, it's my third one. I'm seasoned by now,
I mean,
right?
any guy that's like, well, I sat up with a kid for a half hour. Being a dad's fun, and it's fun even with infants.
Well, I don't know. Did you see my Facebook story a couple days ago? Skylar had the front pack on. Which
yes,
I've
I did.
appeared
Yes.
on the show with the front pack.
Yep.
And he was
Graduated
out
to the front pack,
trimming the apple tree with Bryson in the front pack, and then I saw him use a rake to pick up the branches, all with Bryson in the front pack. And I was like, "Oh, dad goals!
Yeah,
dad goals!"
So I got in big trouble by my neighbor. This was back. Stephen was little, so when was it? Was it probably 93 or something like that? 90, maybe 94. My neighbor across the road, Kay Cox. She was looking out the window, and I had Stephen up on my shoulders, and I don't know, he was like 2.5.
Yeah.
And I was holding on to his legs. He wasn't going to fall off or anything, but I was mowing the yard.
Yeah.
Oh, for the love of God. And really, it's a spam risk. So I'm glad these guys called. This will be really funny. Newsroom Pav. Yeah, hello, Pav? Yeah, okay, bye. That's what you do to them. You just pretend it's a newsroom.
There you go.
Anyways, I'm out there mowing the front yard, and I've got Steven up there, piggybacking him, and she comes over. Give me that child right now. I said, fine, take him.
Yep.
And so, because, we knew her well.
Yeah.
And so he went across the street and got to play with her.
Well, there you go. I mean, when our oldest was probably about 8 weeks old, I guess, Skylar put him in the backpack and mowed the yard with him. And he had hearing protection on, like little infant hearing protection.
I may have missed that.
It was, when Owen was a baby 10 years ago, people were very, very unsure how they felt about that. There were some people that were like, "Oh, go dad. That's awesome. Adapting."
Yes.
And there were other people that were like, "Baby, infant on a lawnmower."
Thankfully, mine was way before we were involved in the cell phone.
Yeah.
The
mom judgment is heavy on social media. It's true.
Stuff as well.
Heaven forbid you post a photo of any car seat anywhere on the internet. Mothers will find you.
Oh, really?
Oh. I used to joke with people before we had Bryson. They'd say, "Do you want to have another kid?" And I say, "No." You know why? Because I don't want to go through car seats again. It's awful. Awful. And then people feel a license to just heap judgment upon you.
For what?
There's all kinds of rules about car seats, like not to have a thick coat on babies when you put them in a car seat.
Okay.
So if you got a sweatshirt on a baby and somebody thinks it's too thick in the car seat, they're going to let you know about it.
Oh, well, that's nice of them.
Anyways,
you want to pay for the baby, then you can have an opinion. Otherwise, shut it. Back when I was, I guess that was with Steven. We always, this was before car seats were really, they were mandatory, but they're so much better now is what I'm trying to say. They buckle in better. Cars have the buckles in the back seat and, I guess sometimes in the front as well. So some of these were like rudimentary car seats, but always buckled in. I'm a big buckler. So, but I remember one of the first car seats we had, it wasn't as fancy as the one that you're using right there. And it was in the back of my 67 Camaro.
Yep.
And so, I just had the lap belt, but he was firmly in there all the time.
I guess it's just funny to me because growing up, I was born in the late 80s. My first booster seat was like a mushroom, like towed. It wasn't even like made for the car.
Yeah.
It was just a little booster seat.
You
with
mean
some
for you when
for
you
me,
were little?
yeah, like just some 70s vinyl
Oh,
print
yeah.
on it, and Mom threw it in the car, and away we went.
The one I remember, and I don't know if this was mine or what the deal was, but it was like a, what was it? It was a car seat, but it was like a chair with a thing that went over the top.
Oh yeah.
And it was all metal, so if you did get in a wreck, then you were going to get impaled.
If you haven't gone down the rabbit hole on vintage car seats from like the 50s and 60s, they're just kind of like hooked on to the seat.
This wasn't hooked over the back of the seat. This one must have been hooked to this. See, it wasn't buckled in.
Right. No, it just hooked on the seat.
So you stop quick and the kid goes through the window.
Yeah. Yep.
But you know what? I made it.
we made it.
We made it through all of that stuff. So, I guess, okay, we were lucky.
Yeah, it's true. We shouldn't diminish safety or anything. But
no,
just...
as far as wearing a seatbelt, some people, I'm not going to wear a seatbelt.
Yeah.
My whole fix on seatbelts is this. I just pretend that I'm in like the NASCAR or something. Mm-hmm. Or
throwing on the 5-point.
Well, yeah, but you always have to consider that the next intersection you go through, you could get T-boned. Mm-hmm. Do you want to stay with your rig or do you want to go out the window? Mm-hmm. I would rather just stay with the car.
Yeah, I tell my husband two things because he used to kind of be anti-seatbelt back in the day. And I say, well, first of all, it's not you I'm worried about.
Exactly.
It's other drivers.
Yeah.
And second of all, it's not something you do for you. It's something you do for your kids.
Yep.
Both for modeling that behavior and because you want to be here to see them grow
Tell you
up.
what, you start having a family and things change.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't ride wheelies up the road on your motorcycle.
Yeah, he still does burnouts down the road.
Yeah, well,
smoky burnouts.
Tell you what, I got my car back finally from the mechanic, the one I've been working on. It's the 70.
Okay.
And the red one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give out a whole bunch of details here. And man, I took it out to where there was nobody around. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a Muncie 4-speed in it. And I just roasted it.
Nice.
Then I grabbed second, and that thing just started going sideways. Oh. And it was just exhilarating.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I
don't know why.
When we were dating, Skylar and I, he had a 92 two-door Honda Accord with like the big exhaust and whatever. I think he bought it from his
front
uncle.
Wheel drive.
Yeah. but because it sounded mean, and it had some giddy, like that was fun to drive. I don't care what it is. Fun cars are fun cars.
Exactly. Like, and I respect anybody that wants to peel out front wheel drive, rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's an internal combustion engine, I'm there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know electric, they've got a lot of torque, but I don't think they're as fun.
Yeah.
To hear it.
No, it's true.
They're fast as hell.
It's true.
But this particular car has the stiff clutch in it.
Yeah.
And it's just a muscle car.
Yeah. Yep.
Peel out.
Hey, one of my crowning moments is being at a stoplight in Longview in that old Honda Accord. And somebody pulled up, and just from the sound of it, they were like, oh, they want to, whatever. And that was a manual, Steve. And that night, I impressed my husband. That might have been the night
you were driving.
That might have been the night he decided I was the one.
Yep. So you just dumped the clutch and went for it.
Yep. And he was like, nice. Man, he looked over from the passenger seat. That might have been it. I don't know. I never thought about it.
You know what?
Now.
I know exactly what you're talking about because Tammy can drive a mean manual transmission.
Yeah.
And even more. I've been keeping you updated on my bathroom that I was fixing.
Yeah.
And so here's what happened. The toilet started to, get loose. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously that flange in there is all rusty and blah, blah, blah. I don't work on stuff. That's my brother. He's the carpenter. But I'm not going to pay the money to have it done. So I take the toilet out and I look in there. And, of course, we've got the rotten, the floor on the top of the subfloor. Anyway, rip it all out. I fix everything. In fact, I might even have you post a couple of pictures.
Yeah, we could.
Name dropping here. Those guys out at VJ's Builder Barn.
Mm-hmm. VJ's Bargain Barn.
No, it's Builder Barn now.
Is it Builder Barn now?
I think it's Builder
did they
Barn.
Update? Are they getting classy on us?
Well, that was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Anyway, those guys off. Shout out to them. I'm getting ahead of myself, but they really helped me.
Yeah.
I went out there and said, I need this and this and this. And they were just so nice. And I put it together and I was surprised at myself. But I got the floor done. I got all the plumbing done. And so the flange was in there and it was all anchored down. And then, you take your little hammer and you knock it out so you can put your wax.
Yeah, the wax ring.
The wax ring in there. Well, I'd never done that before. So I had to go to Tammy and say, she's the carpenter in the family, my wife. And so she's like, okay, well, hold on, go get the toilet. Well, I had the toilet and I was cleaning the toilet, getting it all, the bleach out there, just getting it. I wanted a new toilet, but, didn't have the couple $100. So get that thing all ready. And she's actually the one that installed the toilet.
That's a good woman right there.
That's yeah. Because
if she can install a toilet, put a ring on it, Steve.
I did put the ring on it, and then she put the wax ring on the toilet.
Yeah,
and it works.
There you go.
No leaking.
There you go.
So between that and the burning rubber with the manual transmission, and the cooking, winner chicken dinner.
Yeah, okay, you got it. No, that's...
Boy, we really got off on a tangent here about not much of anything. How's he doing over there?
Oh, he's got open. He's awake now. Okay. He might join us for the next segment.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a break because we've got information about food, about turkeys and hams and all that stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, shout out to Pav, too. He's over in the radio station part. He just got me this book right here. Can you see it? This is John Lennon's We All Shine On by Elliot Mintz. And Elliot, probably one of John's best friends in the solo years.
Nice.
And then he was with basically the spokesman for the family.
Okay.
And so then he was with Yoko up until, I think he's probably still with her, but she's in a I wouldn't say a nursing home, but she's like 90 now.
Really?
Yoko is. Yeah, she was way older than John.
Yeah, I forget that.
Anyway, thanks to Pav for that book right there. Okay, stay close. We're going to take a break. Back in just a sec here on The Mohney Show. At Tyler Rental, quality equipment and helpful counter pros save you costly delays. For projects big and small, Tyler has Genie man lifts and forklifts, Deere excavators, welders, and generators, plus new tools from Steel, Milwaukee, and Hilti. While you're in the store, shop for hard hats, safety glasses, gloves, hearing protection, and much more. Contractors and homeowners depend on Tyler Rental for selection and well-maintained equipment to avoid downtime. Tyler Rental, 153 Hamilton Road, south of Chehalis. The weather is changing, and it's time to make sure your vehicle is ready for heavy rain, cold morning starts, plus ice and snow. Schedule an appointment now at Point S Centralia OK Tire to have a multi-point inspection. The pros at Point S will check your shocks, brakes, including fluid, battery, and of course your tires. Point S Centralia OK Tire has the best brand name tires like Cooper, Goodyear, and Nokian in stock and ready to put on. Your new tires also come with a warranty good at over 200 locations. Point S Centralia OK Tire, 1741 Harrison Avenue in Centralia. And we're back on the Mohney Show, and looks like Bryson is going to join us right now. He woke up from his nap, and Brittany's here because Paul's on assignment. Those guys are, they are doing tons and tons of games this weekend, and they're over in Yakima with the Eli Sports Network.
'Tis the season,
yes,
Steve.
They are very, very busy, so they actually left us alone. We're busy with Mohney FM, and we'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes because we did get the app, and it's all set. So, we're going to talk about that. But we have stuff that we're going to talk about as far as all kinds of different activities coming up. So this coming Saturday, it's already the 16th on Saturday.
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it really is. It seemed like it was just September.
It was just Halloween, Steve.
I know. We've still got Halloween candy left, and we're going into Thanksgiving rather quickly. Yeah. Okay, so you're involved in this. It's the Chili Cook-Off, and it comes up this Saturday, 11 until 3 p.m. at the Winlock Center. So what's TRC?
So the senior centers, and this is how I'm connected with them. I work with them a little bit as a
Okay.
contractor. TRC stands for Timber River Connections.
Okay.
The senior center used to be called Lewis County Seniors,
Mhm.
and they were struggling with people thinking that the senior centers were county funded. And so
Yes.
they wanted to change the name to get away from the county language to make
Okay.
it more clear that they are a nonprofit.
Okay, so they are a nonprofit. I'm assuming that this chili cook-off has something to do with that.
Yes, this will raise funds specifically, I believe, for the Winlock. They call them older adult centers now. It's
Okay.
the new title.
So the chili cook-off is this Saturday. Again, starts at 11 o'clock. $5 for all you can eat chili samples.
Oh, and it's worth it.
And cornbread.
Yes.
Competition will be judged by 3 local favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, favorite.
So in the past, it's been like the Winlock mayor, a Winlock police officer. It's been community members.
And these guys know
builders.
their chili.
They do. This is at least the 3rd or 4th year of this particular chili cook-off that I'm aware of. It could go back further.
Yeah, my printer cut that off, I think.
Last time, I missed last year, but year before when I went, they had, I think it was 13 different chilies. So they have all these tables set up and people have their crock pot.
So is this just, local people or
Yes.
do people?
It's just people who live in the community.
Okay, so it's not like people coming from all areas.
No, but it was cool because like last time, 3 of the chili contestants were 3 generations of the same family all competing against each other.
Oh, nice.
So they had like grandma, mom, and the granddaughter. They all had their chili out. And the people that have the chili out sometimes put extra stuff for you to top your chili with.
Ooh.
So some of them give you cheese or jalapenos or onions. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So you get a plate and you get like 5 or 6 samples that will fit on a plate, basically.
I might have to go out there for that.
And I mean, for $5.
You know what? I can do that. I can do that on this diet. I can think, with the beans. I mean, I'd have to stay away from some of the other stuff, but yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
No.
Prize is first place prize, 2 clams.
Yeah.
$200. Second place, 100, and third place is 50. Now, is this chili hot?
They'll tell you when you take the sample if it's a spicy chili.
Man, he is just smiling like I've never seen.
He's just happy to be here.
Bryson, what are you doing?
Ready for some chili, Steve?
And he is ready for some chili. Well,
Did you notice his shirt?
I did. What's it say again?
Thick thighs and pumpkin pies.
How old are we now?
11 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy, that went by in a...
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So, but no, highly recommend the chili cook-off. It's very good. It's family friendly.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
With the baby sitting there, I'm like, I'm looking at him.
You ever heard of mom brain? It can affect you too,
I
Steve.
know. No, I think the people that know me know I've got dad brain half the time. So even when and you'll find this out, Owen's is 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, in 10 years, he'll be 20 and you will be wanting to know what he's doing. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't end.
Yeah. No, I believe that.
I have a great time with all 3 boys. 2 of them are quite a ways away. One of them, man, Stephen is a ways away. He's in school right now, and he's in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
So he was in Texas, just finished up basic training.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of that man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's no longer a boy. He's a 6'3" or something like that? Yeah, he's
I'm nervous for my kids going off and doing things.
I know,
but I'm also very excited.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah,
this is the longest I've been away from him ever.
Woo.
So it'll be like 6 months. He'll be back, I think, in April or something like that. Okay, so on to the next stuff that we've got going here. You've got ham bingo at the Twin Cities Senior Center.
I want to win a ham,
yes,
Steve.
That's on this. That's this Saturday as well. So you can go to the chili cook-off from 11 until 3. Then you can go to ham bingo. 6 to 8.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
$5. 5 bingo cards for $20. Okay, they're talking about that, and then fall bingo night fundraiser at the PL VFW Hall. That's also this Saturday. Doors open at 5 o'clock. Game starts at 6 o'clock. 3 cards for $1 or $15 for the entire night. Concessions on site, and all proceeds go to the PL 4th of July Festival. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Actually, they do. That's big out there.
Uh-huh.
It's a really big show. Boys for Turkey bingo.
That's Friday the 22nd, so that's the next week, just FYI. But
Yeah, that's the Friday before Thanksgiving.
So win a ham, then go win a turkey.
Mm-hmm.
So
$20 per card, $60 for 4 cards. And they say their annual Boys for Turkey Bingo is back for another great evening. We will have exciting prizes from turkeys, ham, baskets, and so much more. Our 8th grade will be selling some delicious concessions. Bring, canned food items. Let's see here. The first 2 games to help support the local food bank as well.
Yeah. Real nice community festival thing.
Oh, man, there's all kinds of stuff going on. I just love it. Saturday, November 23rd, Twin Cities Rotary presents Turkey Bingo at the Chehalis Eagles. That's at 2 o'clock. And, up to $350 in cash prizes. Am I missing anything?
No, but $350 at bingo, that's a solid prize.
That is a solid prize.
Yeah.
Again, that's Twin Cities Rotary at the Chehalis Eagles. Always a good time there.
And that one is emceed by Peter Abarno, and bless you, Bryson.
Yeah.
Peter Abarno, and none other than your friend and mine.
Bruce Kimsey. I might have to go out there for that just to bother Bruce.
It's at the Eagles. It should be great.
Shout out to Bruce Kimsey, man. I love this guy. He is so much fun. And yeah, those guys will have a good time. I'm not sure. Peter might be a little more serious than Bruce.
That's probably true.
Bruce might crack him up.
Yeah.
There's some hijinks up there.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we can get Bruce to do his impersonation of Elvis.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, when Bruce gets serious, it's still funny.
Oh. Yeah, Bruce will go. He'll walk up to you. Yeah. I'm caught in a trap, baby. I can't walk out. Okay, so that's at the Chehalis Eagles. And
I did not know about this next one. I hadn't heard of this Winlock tradition.
So that's on Saturday, the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to talk about
Sure.
that? Yeah, I don't want to talk about all these. Go ahead.
There's another turkey bingo at the Winlock Community Building on Saturday the 23rd at 6 p.m. Well, doors open at 6, game starts at 7.
Okay.
$8 per card. It says, join the Winlock firefighters for a night of fun and tradition.
Absolutely.
Turkey bingo dates have been made, and you're invited to be part of this pre-1968 tradition. Yeah, so how had I not heard of that before in Winlock?
What?
All proceeds go toward the local area families in need and scholarships for local youth.
Pre-1968?
That's what I said. That's why I put it in there. I couldn't believe I had never heard of that before.
Wow.
Lived in Lewis County, pert near my whole life.
Pret near.
Yeah.
You got kinfolk here.
I do. Generations deep.
I'm amazed because I didn't know there was so much turkey and ham bingo going on.
I thought it was a fairly new, but apparently it's all over.
Oh,
yeah.
by the way, while we're talking about this, I had this idea because, David Letterman used to do this on the Late Show.
Yeah.
And I thought, over on Mohney FM, I think we're going to give away, maybe not in the next few weeks or anything, but I think we'll give away canned ham at some point.
Yeah. Can we give away some spam too?
Absolutely.
We've talked about that on the show.
I think we should, maybe I'll get a hold of the spam people and see if we can get like a couple of cases and we could do like spam carving.
Ooh, I'll wear
it's a good idea.
I'll steal my husband's spam t-shirt for that. I'll be themed that day.
Really? You got one?
I bought him a spam t-shirt for his birthday.
That's really cool. Oh, one thing I did want to do this summer, and we've got all kinds of different ideas with Mohney FM, but I did want to have a pie eating contest.
Oh, you mentioned that.
I don't know why I want to do that. I mean, I don't care what kind of pie. It doesn't have to be blueberry or anything.
When we talked about it before, you were upset it was just one type of pie.
Yeah.
You wanted it to be different types of pies.
And if you want to know how I want the whole thing to turn out, you have to watch Stand By Me. A complete barfarama.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm joking. Okay, so we've got all these events. And then we've got the comedy benefit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's yours. Take it away.
Sure. So if you're a fan of McFiler's events, this is one there. This is for Hunter's Battle Against Leukemia. Doors open at 6 and show starts at 7. Tickets are $10 in advance or $15 at the door. And I didn't recognize any of the names, but I'm assured they're very funny. Host Corey Bennett, opener Derek Gladson, first act Tina Manu, and headliner James Robert. And that is to support a local, I believe, Chehalis high school student who's going through a leukemia battle.
Yeah, exactly. So get there and pony up and give what you can.
Yep. Great venue. Should be a good night.
Man, really in the next couple of weekends, there's a lot of stuff going on.
And do you know what we're doing that same weekend of the 23rd?
What?
Polar Express ride, Steve.
Oh, is it sold out?
I don't know if it's sold out completely yet. There were certain times that were sold out. There might still be.
If you don't get while the getting's good, no.
Mhm.
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah.
Are the boys involved in it anyway? Are they?
They are not currently, but they know people who are.
Okay.
Kids who do stuff, and they're itching at an opportunity to do stuff. Yeah.
I can see both of them actually just hopping on board the steam train, and it's not up, and they're using that switcher, aren't they?
Yeah, they're using the USN number 6 from Bremerton.
Yeah,
little Navy switcher.
Yeah.
Yep.
They probably know how to operate that thing, don't they?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I
know Hank probably does.
Wouldn't surprise me. Did you see that Hank was the caller for the color guard at school last week for the Veterans Day?
Really?
Yeah. My 8-year-old, used his big voice to be the forward march.
Really? I love it.
So, he might be a Polar Express guy down the road.
He might be all aboard.
Might be an
Bryson
elf.
right here, man. Are you talking? Yeah. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you going to go with Mom to chili cook-off? What do you think? Oh, yeah. He's like, oh, God. You know what she's going to do? Mom's going to eat a bunch of that chili, and then I'm going to be slurping up, dinner here, and then I'm going to get heartburn because she had chili.
Yep.
But,
That's how it works.
I will say this, though, and I'm glad you're breastfeeding because it's best for baby. When and nothing against the, the formula, but it's just, it doesn't digest the same way.
Yeah, I mean, there's in a perfect world, breastfeeding is great. There are people that have barriers to that, and
absolutely.
I'm glad that people have more choices now than they did even 10, 20 years ago. I'm really thankful to be breastfeeding because they keep formula behind glass cases now.
Isn't that strange?
It's a whole, you have to get somebody just to get. And I've seen some moms panicking on Facebook because their kids eat a certain type of formula.
Yeah, and
we've been having supply and demand issues with Hurricane Helene and all that going on. What if you could not find the formula?
Well, that's the thing where you can't argue with a baby about the type they like.
Nope.
They're just not going to eat. So that was always. That was always best for my boys as well. Looks like it is. Is it lunchtime or?
It might be here in a minute or so.
Okay. I'll tell you what, let's take a break. We've got final thoughts here, and we'll cover more about Thanksgiving because I wanted to ask you about some traditions at your house. I wanted to ask you about your cooking and other opinions about turkeys and hams as well.
I got opinions, Steve.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Okay, stay close. Mohney Show is back. Yeah. After this. The real estate market is changing, and John L. Scott can answer your questions with a free market analysis. If you're a homeowner, it's really important to get a current market analysis. It only takes a few minutes of your time and contains valuable information about your biggest investment. This might be the year to make a move and take advantage of this market. For your free market analysis, see Laura Lee today at John L. Scott, 900 West Main in Centralia. Back with the Mohney Show, and Brittany, what would you call this? The pre Thanksgiving show?
Yeah, we could have Thanksgiving show 1.0, and then next week can be 2.0.
Right, because we've got more stuff to talk about with Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay, now on to a more serious note here. Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This time change thing has got to end. Okay, is anybody listening to me? Can we just pick one or the other?
I think so. Yeah.
Standard time. That's fine.
Yeah.
Or Pacific Daylight Time. I don't care. But now I feel like I'm 75 years old because, is it dinner time? Yeah, it's 3:30 in the afternoon.
It's not just you.
Okay.
Hank fell asleep in the afternoon after school a couple weeks ago, right
Okay.
after the time change. And he woke up and it was dark outside.
Yeah.
And he started doing stuff and
Yeah.
like picking up his backpack. And we were like, bro, what are you doing? And he's like, well, getting ready for school.
Yeah.
And it was like 6 o'clock
I
at
know.
night. We're like, oh, baby, you had a good nap.
Last night, I'm doing a couple of things and it's dark. And so I go out because I remembered that I really wanted to wash the window in my truck, the inside of it. I can't see out of the damn thing.
Yeah.
And so I went out there with the glass cleaner and I started to wash the window. It's pitch black out, so I get that thing all done and I go in the house and I'm like buttoning up things like, for a long winter's nap.
Yeah.
And I walk in there and I'm thinking, it's got to be at least, 7:45. It's 5:20. I mean, is anybody else going through this? No wonder I'm depressed half my life.
My husband's home from work by 3 o'clock because he goes to work early.
Yeah.
And by the time 5, 6 o'clock rolls around, it's like, is it 8? Is it 9 o'clock? No, it's just dark.
So here's the other thing. We're doing Mohney FM. So, I was thinking maybe we can, do you know much about the app or do we have to drag Dave over here for this?
We'll probably have to drag Dave over.
Okay.
There's probably some particulars we want Dave for.
So here's the deal. I get here and it's about 10 to 6. I'm talking about in the Oblarney's building here in downtown Centralia, right here on Tower, because I'm doing the morning show live or pretty darn close to it. Okay. Yeah. So if I'm talking about the weather, that is completely current. It's at mohneyshow.com is where.
You mean, well, it's at both. You mean mohneyfm.com?
See, mohneyfm.com. Thank you.
But if you go to the Mohney Show, there is a link to it as well.
Right. But with that being said, I'm getting up very early again, and I would appreciate it if you can flip it on, and listen to the morning show.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking Dave's not going to come over here, is he? And just give us a quick update. Hey, maybe if he could just hand me that promo that's over there.
There you go.
Yeah. Dave, can you walk over for a second and guest with us? Okay, he's walking over. He's not even going to be on camera. God, what is with you? Okay.
Dave handed a note.
Okay, here's
says,
Brittany, take it away.
We're proud to announce that the Mohney FM app is now available on the App Store and Google Play Store.
Yeah.
Go to mohneyfm.com for details.
So that's pretty accurate,
From
isn't
Dave.
It? Okay, so you go there and you search Mohney FM, right?
Yes.
And then it pops up, and then you download it, right?
Yep. And
then it's on your phone.
Yep.
And then when you want to listen to Mohney FM, not like I'm fumbling and bumbling now, but when you want to listen to me on the radio and Commander Dave on the radio and all the other stuff we do, then there it is. And we're playing the greatest hits, 80s and more, 80s and 90s and more.
Yeah.
Some 70s stuff in there.
Great variety.
You'll love it.
But yeah, downloading the app is super easy. You open your device's app store, whether that's an Apple phone, so App Store,
right, or
an Android phone, the Google Play Store.
Okay.
And you search for Mohney FM. It pops up. You put it on your phone.
There you
just
go.
There.
I'm glad you said that because I've got an Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Android, you go to the
Google Play Store.
Okay.
Yeah. Whole different
Thank
thing.
you.
So
she's the expert on all of this.
Well, I mean,
me.
Really, Dave's the expert more than me. I just help with the light IT.
We are really fortunate to have Dave involved in this and putting together Mohney FM. I have no idea how to do any of this stuff. I know the music, but that's about it. So anyway, with all that being said, download the app. Listen to the station. I would love to have you. I'm doing mornings between 6 and noon, and then Dave's on in the afternoon, noon till 6, and then Totally Awesome 80s at 8 is at 8 o'clock, Monday through Friday, and then Steve Mohney's Magical Mystery Tour, that happens Sunday at 10 a.m.
Ooh.
Yeah, and this week we're just going to cover kind of everything from 62 to 70. The Beatles changed so much between 62 and 70.
Yeah.
I mean, vastly, you see these young 20-year-olds in 1962, and then they're like, obviously, 20, almost 30 by 1970, and they've got long hair and
Did they go through a weird phase like Miley Cyrus or anything where they were like finding themselves in the public eye? And you know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about?
mean, yeah, kind of. I think John Lennon went through the weirdest stage, and that's what this book will touch base on a little bit. John is such a brilliant guy that normal life is just not enough for him.
Yeah.
So he was married to a very traditional gal, Cynthia,
Yep.
Julian Lennon's mom. And then he met Yoko Ono in 1966, and he just fell head over heels with her because she was actually older than John, but she was pretty far out,
Yeah.
And so they hit it off. Anyway, we'll touch base on, a lot of that stuff and just listen to different flavors of Beatle music.
I mean, I'm having fun thinking about John Lennon if we would have had social media when John Lennon was alive.
He would have absolutely loved it. And this kind of segues into the next thing I was going to talk to you about. Between 1975 and 1980, he stayed home with Sean Lennon because Sean was born on his birthday in 1975.
Okay.
Yeah, John's birthday is on October 9th. And so John stayed home for the first 5 years of Sean's life to raise him before he was, killed.
Okay.
And he baked bread. He did the cooking. Yoko ran the business.
Okay.
And they were in the Dakota in New York. And so he really had a good time cooking.
Yeah.
He just kind of all of a sudden was able to relax and just hang out in New York City.
Yeah.
Because nobody bugs you in New York. He could
Really?
he could walk down the road.
Huh.
And it was like, hey, John, hey, how you doing?
Okay.
And so that was pretty cool. Anyway, Thanksgiving traditions at your house. That's what I was going to ask you. What do you guys just have the turkey, the stuffing?
So growing up,
Yeah.
my mom had certain things that she just did not like conforming to.
Okay.
And Thanksgiving traditions were one of them.
Bryson.
My mom did. You got it? My mom did not make a turkey on Thanksgiving. She made a prime rib.
Oh, nice.
She said that she didn't like turkey that much and she didn't want to do it like everybody else.
Yeah.
So she would make prime rib.
She's not following what the man said to follow.
No. Which, I mean, made sense because, we go to grandma's for
Right.
Thanksgiving. Grandma makes a turkey and a ham and, is very traditional about it. And
so do you make the turkey at your house? Do you make a turkey?
Well, we have in the past.
Okay.
I've also done Cornish game hens.
Nice.
Just for fun to be
those
different.
Are cool. Yeah.
My husband also likes to smoke meats, and so we've done different cuts of different stuff.
So you're not traditional. You're having Thanksgiving, but it could be anything.
Yeah. We keep the traditional at grandma's house.
Okay.
His mom's house, my grandma's house, and then we try to do like one year we did charcuterie for Thanksgiving. Charcuterie? Do you not know what charcuterie is?
No.
So charcuterie, Dave's laughing in the background. Charcuterie are those big boards that you put together with olives and cheese and pepperoni, like a grazing platter.
Yeah, okay.
And so there's places you can order those huge platters. They make them for you. Yeah, and that was our. And
that was it. There was no turkey.
We laid on the couch and we ate the hell out of that charcuterie board one year.
So. To go back to a Christmas Story, when the dogs eat the turkey, I mean, so you had that. So there was no turkey soup.
Well, Grandma sends home turkey leftovers, so we weren't.
So you were able to have turkey sandwiches. And, okay.
Yeah. Grandma sends home rolls and turkey.
Okay.
Okay,
just to make sure on that. But you know how to make a turkey.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had to defrost one in the bathtub, Steve.
Yeah, no.
Come on, I've been through the paces.
Good job. I once knew a girl that put a turkey in the oven. She put it in there. I think it was still maybe half frozen. Throws it in there 400 degrees. An hour later, it's burned to hell.
Yeah.
And it's 35 degrees inside. Yeah. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah. The year we got weird for Christmas was the year my dad bought a turkey fryer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so for Christmas, I mean, I remember him setting it up in the garage and just being terrified he was going to burn our house down.
He put it in the garage?
Yes.
Why the hell did he put it in the garage?
That's where I think later on he did it outside, but that was not my favorite tradition.
If I'm going to, I've done a couple of deep fried turkeys. The story that's even funnier than that is when I walked out the front door because I had the turkey fryer way away from the house.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
if there's any incident, then I'm not going to burn the place down.
Right.
I come out of the front door, I walk down the stairs, and then I trip, and the turkey flies across the front lawn.
Oh no!
It was pretty funny.
That was your dog eating the turkey.
No,
moment.
I grabbed it, took it back in the house, and washed all the pine needles off.
Yeah.
It.
We're gonna fry it. We gotta
But
get it to temp.
I had
It's
to
fine.
season it again, so I brought it back out, put it in there.
Yeah.
Too much oil.
Yeah.
Don't cook a turkey in the fryer on your deck, in your garage, near your house.
It's true. Don't do it.
The fire department
Safety Steve says.
I don't like fires. Nobody likes fires. Be careful.
Yeah.
We do a turkey, usually 2 turkeys, so we can give leftovers to the kids.
Yeah.
And then my sister-in-law Kim, she makes my mom's rolls.
Okay.
That they're like these special rolls. They're really good. Tammy makes this the stuffing that is. It is so effing good that you almost have to eat it raw.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then it's around for days, and you're guaranteed to gain like 75 pounds in like 2 days.
Yeah. You want to know my go-to side to bring to Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm lazy when it comes to these things.
Yeah.
And you know what they say, Steve?
Yeah.
If you want to know the easiest way to do something, just ask a lazy person how to do it. They'll tell you.
Okay.
The most efficient
Yeah.
way. So my favorite is called
Store?
No.
Oh.
I mean, you have to get the ingredients at a store most of the
Okay.
time. But it's called apple Snicker salad. Yeah. You cut up some apples.
Mhm.
You cut up some Snickers. You take some Cool Whip and you mix a packet of vanilla pudding mix in the Cool Whip.
Really?
And then you mix it all together, and it's apple Snicker salad. And some people call it a Waldorf, I think, salad or a
Whoa.
spin on a Waldorf. But anyways.
Is it cold or?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
cold. Yeah. And
So you keep it in the fridge.
yeah, so there's debate on my side of the family. Apple Snicker salad is a regular side that comes out with dinner.
Whoa.
On my husband's side of the family, it's a dessert side.
Yeah.
And so
I don't care, man. You know, at this point, I mean, if the kids want to have dessert for dinner, let them have it.
I'm just saying, it's like a pre-dessert appetizer.
Oh, hold on. Hold
Yeah.
the phone. How do you feel about gravy?
What do you mean? In what context?
Do you like gravy?
Yeah, I'm a gravy person.
Okay, Tammy makes this gravy that I've often spoke about being able to put it in a coffee cup and just have it.
Oh yeah,
because it's so good.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who it was. They said, that's disgusting. I can't believe you would say that you would
so
put
good.
gravy in a coffee cup and just drink it. And so they sat down to dinner and they had some of this gravy that she made.
Yeah.
And the gal looked over at me and she goes, oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
So the hell yeah, I'm right.
There's an art to making gravy.
There
I
is.
will tell you that.
And you know what? Gravy doesn't need to be fattening.
No.
It can be decent.
However you make it, you just have to be very skilled at it.
Yes.
So my grandma would tell you that great Grandma Moon made the best gravy she had ever had.
Yeah.
And even Grandma admits that she tries to make it just like Grandma Moon did, and it's tough.
Yeah.
But whatever your gravy is, whether it's brown gravy, whether it's country gravy, I made duck gravy one year because we made duck one year just to try something different.
Yeah.
You got to know what you're doing. Otherwise, it gets floury and cakey. And
I can't make. I made some gravy during the summer, and I made it so I could do some work on the front walkway. Yeah. It was kind of messed up.
Did you make concrete gravy?
Yeah, I made it. I just dumped it out there, and it lasted for about 2 months.
There you go.
No, I'm just joking. I know. I mean, my former mother-in-law, Pat Schaefer, she made the best gravy, and then Tammy makes the best gravy as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm leaving out somebody.
No. You want to hear another Thanksgiving? This is more like an every holiday controversy.
Go ahead.
My side of the family puts a little bit of sugar in their potato salad.
Really?
My husband's side of the family is salt only. And so it is always a big debate between my husband and I about what is real potato salad at every holiday.
You ever have like a fist fight about it, or?
No, we never had a fist fight. I did buy airsoft guns a few years ago.
Oh, right.
So I told him if we ever needed to duke it out, we could just go in the backyard and paintball each other.
That's pretty good.
So
what do you do? I mean, who won?
It's a toss up when we do that.
You can make two, can't you?
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't discriminate on potato salad. I can appreciate all kinds of
Oh, you
potato
know what else?
salad.
I just thought of this
Yeah.
right when you said that.
Yeah.
Because aside, but an hors d'oeuvre that we have at our house, stuffed mushrooms.
Oh, yes. I have an aunt that makes those every year with sausage stuffed.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
They'll put you down before you have dinner.
Yeah.
They're so rich.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you got to be careful. You can get one and just cut it up. And have a little.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise,
Rich,
you're screwed.
You want to hear my other lazy man side that's kind of a riff on that?
Yeah.
My mom used to make bacon wrapped barbecue water
Oh,
chestnuts.
those are my favorite.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yep, those are my favorite.
Yeah, and you pick your sauce, you pick your bacon. Is it maple bacon? Is it uncured bacon?
I have found with the bacon though that you can't use real thick bacon on that.
No,
you
well,
use
and
thin
it's
stuff.
just kind of not economical that way either.
Yeah.
It gets very expensive.
Oh, that's my favorite.
But,
and I'm glad to hear you're dipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm all about the dips.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll talk more about Thanksgiving in the next episode. This one will be out on the 13th.
Yep.
Hey, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, good to see you.
No, it's always fun.
Yeah.
Bryson, thanks for being here.
He contributed. I don't know if you heard him.
He did. Yeah, no, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, you really got kind of a hold on him there, don't you?
Yeah. He's riding the pony right now.
His neck muscles they're getting stronger.
Oh yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he can hold his head up.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's it for the Mohney Show this time around. Again, mohneyfm.com.
Mm-hmm.
We want folks to check it out and give us an opinion, and we're here to have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we really are here to have fun. Anyway, we'll be back next week with the Mohney Show. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. And that is all for today.